Alright everyone, here we are with another video with Invest for tomorrow. And to all the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel, and to all the subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for in return is for you to smash that like button to let me know you watch this video, and to not forget to stay tuned. Right after this chart analysis, we have ticker symbols to share with you guys that you won't want to miss to add to your watch list, and the ticker symbols we mentioned this morning over at the Discord, guys. One of them went up 100% plus on the day. The other one went up close to 50% up on the day. But from the moments we caught them to the moments that they jumped, we were able to catch between 30 to 50% on these stocks. So stay tuned for all the information on these ticker symbols. And if this is something you want to become part of and you want to know live updates when I'm looking at these stocks, you are more than welcome to join us. The link is down below in the description to the Discord. We look forward to having you join us, and by joining, you will gain access to all the opportunities that await you. So, Ocgen, Ocugen Inc., Ocgn stock has actually had a nice momentum run for the last several days, and today it pulled back after hitting highs in the aftermarket hours yesterday of 937, and today it hit lows here of 833. So there's some important things to watch here. We're going to zoom in and keep in mind right now that this could be a healthy pullback. That's what we've been seeing in most of these stocks, pulling back. This could be a healthy pullback for the next run up, but we want to watch these levels carefully, and that's why chart analysis, technical analysis are so important, to let you have some insight on what's going on when there's no news fresh, or fresh news better said, or there's no way to see the real sentiment of investors, but you could see it in the charts, because the charts move where the inflow and the outflow is going, and there's more outflow right now than inflow. That means that the bears took over. There was a lot of selling, and now the bulls are trying to come back up. Could this be a bull trap? Could this be a point of exhaustion for the bulls, or could this be the true momentum of, like I always say, buy the dip? Every setback is a setup for the next run. We'll have to see, because this was a pretty big run. This could be a healthy cool off, and that's why we are going to look at the points you want to be aware of going into tomorrow. So the 50-day moving average here is 830. Anything above it is bullish. Anything below it is bearish. Now this was the lowest point of the day, 833. That's a little too close to the 50-day moving average for my liking. So I would actually jump up a little bit closer, up to this point here of 846 as my first support, to see how this is reacting between that point and the 50-day moving average, to see if the bulls are trying to reappear and bring it back up, or if the bears are tearing this one down fairly fast. Now, we want to keep in mind the highest point of yesterday of 937, because that's a significant resistance level for the bulls moving forward. Now, to zoom this in and see the first point of momentum indication to the upside, 887 is the first resistance level that bulls want to turn into a support, but it's not the main point that the bulls need to break through to continue this momentum and rally and pull further away from the 50-day moving average. That's a good step and stepping stone to keep up and stay leveraged in bullish territory, but significantly it would be the highest point up here before this drop, and that is up here at 910, guys. 910 needs to be crossed, turn into a support, so that the bulls can continue to rally, then get closer to the highs here of 937 and continue to work their way up to newer highs that have previously been seen and reached. So very, very important for the bulls to do that, and especially getting over $10. They keep getting rejected the closer they get to it. That is something to be aware of. Now, if you learned something new, don't forget to subscribe. Click on the bell so you don't miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to smash the like button to let me know you watch this video. And all I ask for is 3 to 5 more minutes of your time. Let's discuss the ticker symbols that we mentioned this morning over at the Discord, as well as the opportunity of another ticker symbol that you won't want to miss and definitely have on your watch list. So the ticker symbol I have for you guys today is one that we've talked about before, and now it's in a position that you definitely want to be watching it moving forward. So we're going to talk about it in just a moment. We've talked about it over at the Patreon. We've talked about it here on YouTube. We're going to talk about it again because the opportunities are getting bigger and bigger. So let's talk about the ticker symbols we mentioned this morning, and how they perform. So if this is something that interests you and you want to become part of, you're more than welcome to join us over at the Discord. The link is down below in the description. We look forward to having you join us, and by joining, you will gain access to all the opportunities that awaits you. So I had stated volume was a little bit low. I was going to put my stop losses extra close today just to be cautious because it's Friday, long weekend coming up. And the two stocks we watched were VTNR and ITRM. So we started watching this one at 595 and this one at 146. So they both jumped pretty fast. You could see it down here, but let's look at these charts together because they performed pretty well. So we caught this one in the fives again, right there at 595, and it was sitting around this area when we caught it, right? And it ran a little bit, pulled back down towards the bell, hit a low here of 565 and took off to 690 and also 649. So in just a few minutes, it gave 10% plus, and all the way up here at 690, it gave close to 20% plus. Then it started to fall back down, hit a low here of 563, and anyone that was able to go ahead and look at the charts and take it that far into the day, I mean, that's a really long trading day, but catching it at that dip and rode it up to this high here, it definitely gave about 50% back, guys. This was between 30 to 50% jump here from these lows, and from when we mentioned it, it's still a 30 to 50% jump throughout the day, guys. This was spectacular, a great way to end the week. The second stock we talked about was ITRM, and this is what we look for every single day, guys. We're constantly looking for opportunities. All we really want is 5 to 10%, and on a great day, 10 to 20%, and 20% plus is a home run, as I call it. So we talked about this one sitting at 146, and it was actually around this area, just a little bit above it. It fell down and hit a low here of 140 and ran up to 151, giving us about 5 to 8% jump right there, right away. Then it pulled back and it hit a low here of 138. That was the low of the day. So one of the strategies I always talk about is, timing and execution, looking at the lowest point where you feel is the lowest, right? Going ahead, putting your stop loss limit order, and if it doesn't execute, you just ride the wave until you feel comfortable. But right after that, it jumped up and gave another 8 to 10% jump, pulled back, and it took off after that through the momentum and volatility all the way up to a high here of 156. From this point to this point, that was certainly a 10 to 15% jump. This turned out to be great as well. It took a little bit longer, but both of these trades, if you look at these charts, they didn't really give us the true strong gains until later that day. But early on in the morning, what I look for is 5 to 10% on a regular day and 10 to 15% on a great day, and 20% plus is a home run, and we got that certainly, but these turned out to be spectacular. So what's the stock you want to add to your watch list? Well, I talked about this one last week. I've talked about it this week, and it's Airbnb, guys. We've been talking about it since it slightly bottomed out. Let's go ahead and zoom out here so we can catch it from the bigger picture. It was consolidating. We caught it right here around this pullback, pulled back down, went back up, started to pull back again. It was at 133. That was the low, just consolidating sideways, and now has jumped all the way up to 144. So this has given us multiple opportunities to go ahead, buy the dips, load up for those that are long, and swing trade this for 5 to 10% opportunities throughout the whole entire process. So this is a stock for those that are looking long term. I mean, when you really zoom out here, this was getting more interesting the lower it went because it was getting close to the lows here of the IPO. And this is a stock that if you have not done your research, you have not done your due diligence, and you don't know enough about, you definitely should, and keep this on your watch list because this could 2x. It could, just based off everything we see here. And if it doesn't 2x, it could go up anywhere from 50 to 70% up if things go right for this stock and things start to reopen, traveling starts to go ahead and expand, and things start to get quote unquote normal for the economy and for individuals that are looking to travel. And Airbnb is going to change the way we see hospitality. I talked about it last time. I just want to briefly touch base on it. Put this on your watch list if you don't have it already. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make